For dirty cops, the moment of reckoning is unavoidable. Watch the shocking and satisfying moments when they realize they're being fired and there's no way out. Like this first cop who got absolutely owned by this righteous judge.
And at trial, the jury cannot say to your officer, you're off the hook because you have qualified immunity? That can't be right.
Dirty cops frequently get away with their corrupt actions, but sometimes they pay the price. In this video, we will look at two cases in which dirty cops were sued and fired, starting with the first one, in which a murderer cop had his qualified immunity revoked. On December 2nd, 2011, during an investigatory stop in Tustin, California, police officer Osvaldo Villarreal shot and killed a man named Benny Herrera. Attorneys for Herrera's 4 children, all younger than 7, and parents filed a civil lawsuit against Villarreal in Tustin in 2012. On March 7, 2016, during the Ninth Circuit of Appeals, the judge finally put his foot down and said things that'll leave you amazed.
But Officer Villarreal was required to make a split-second life and death decision.
What required him to do that? It doesn't look to me as though he was the initiator.
The fact that Mr. Herrera, first of all, he had been acting erratically before the shots were fired. He kept his hand in the front pocket of his hoodie sweatshirt. He moved from a place of relative safety on the shoulder of the road into the roadway. He was skipping
But if we're
backwards.
talking about Officer Villarreal, how much did he know about the prior behavior?
He saw all of that. He saw.
I looked at the dash cam from the 2 vehicles. His is the second vehicle that arrives, correct?
Correct.
So he didn't see all of it.
Well, he said that he saw Mr. Herrera on the shoulder of the roadway because he could see that before Officer Miali's car blocked his view of Mr. Herrera. So he's skipping and running backwards in the street, all the while holding his hand in his pocket.
I have to say what you're saying is inconsistent with what I saw on his own camera. That is to say, the point at which he began to get close enough to see anything. Some of that earlier stuff was on the other camera, but not on his.
Well, I don't recall at what point his camera was turned on, but he testified.
His camera was turned on well before he got to the scene.
He testified in deposition that he saw Mr. Herrera on the side of the road, and then he saw.
Well, he can testify to what he wants to testify to, but I want to tell you what I saw on his own camera tells me that the early part of this he did not see, could not see.
I understand your point, Your Honor. He certainly was able to see Mr. Herrera in the street.
The entire interaction, from the first officer's initial encounter with Herrera to the shooting, lasted less than a minute. Villarreal positioned his patrol car next to Herrera and ordered him to show his hands. Less than a second after Villarreal gave this command, he fired 2 fatal shots at Herrera as Herrera's hand emerged from his pocket.
But he had his hand in the front pocket of his hoodie. He was acting strangely. I mean, he was skipping backwards in the street. He was running backwards in the street. And then as the officers moved to box him in, the moment at which he had to make his decision, at the time that he ordered Mr. Herrera to take his hand out of his pocket or to show his hand, his intention was, once the hand was out of the pocket, assuming that Mr. Herrera had calmly stood where he was and moved his hand out of his pocket, his intention was to put Mr. Herrera into a control position, to get him down on his knees or down on his stomach on the ground so that they could take him into custody.
I hear him say, take your hand out of your pocket, and I hear the gunshot almost simultaneously.
Exactly.
They cannot be separated by more than a second.
And that's exactly the time period when Officer Villarreal had to make his decision. Before, he was asked in deposition, well, what were you going to do when you asked him to take his hand out of his pocket? Well, I was going to put him in a control position. That's what he intended to do.
So he's taking his hand out of his pocket.
Yes.
And as he's obeying the officer's command, he gets shot.
But it's the way that he does it, Your Honor. He didn't just stand still and take his hand calmly out of his pocket. As soon as he began to take his hand out of his pocket, he also moved quickly toward the front windshield, the front passenger window of Officer Villarreal's car, and brought his hand up in an arcing motion.
If the perpetrator was not a police officer, he would instantly be charged with murder. It's unbelievable to see how this attorney tried to defend the evil officer.
When Officer Villarreal had to decide, is he doing this peacefully Or does he have something in his hand that could be a threat to me and is my life in danger?
Well, right.
He had a fraction of a second to make
Well,
that
don't we
decision.
have to view this in the light most favorable to the plaintiff here? I mean, and so if we do what you just said right now, offer two possibilities. He did it peaceably or he did it in reaction. And so I'm just struggling with, in light of the standard that we have, here, Mr. Herrera was arguably complying with Officer Villarreal's order to remove his hand from his pocket at the time that he was shot. So if that is the case, how is it that we determine that we should grant?
It allows for the possibility that officers will make mistakes in judgment, and that's exactly what happened here. Officer Villarreal had a choice to make. Do I wait and see whether there's something in the hand that could kill me, or do I shoot? And he made the decision to fire. We know, with the benefit of hindsight, obviously, that was wrong.
Is it significant that Officer, is it Miali?
Miali.
Didn't fire? Chose not to
no,
fire? I mean,
because-
it seems like he had a better vantage point possibly than Mr. Villarreal.
He actually didn't, for these reasons. First of all, well, I'll answer your question directly, and then I'd like to go back to the standard. Officer Miali was facing, from his point of view, he saw Mr. Herrera's back, not Mr. Herrera's front. So he couldn't see, and he testified in his deposition that he couldn't see Mr. Herrera's hands as they were coming out of his pocket. Officer Villarreal didn't fire in the direction of anyone other than Mr. Herrera. Mr. Miali would have had to fire potentially in the direction of, in the videos you can see that there are other cars. So there are other people that could have been hit by a bullet from Officer Miali's. Aside from that, Your Honor, the standard is whether or not it was objective reasonable, whether or not every reasonable police officer faced with exactly the same circumstances that Officer Villarreal faced would have concluded that firing under those circumstances would have been a violation of the Fourth Amendment. The fact that one reasonable officer decided not to shoot, and his circumstances are slightly different, but the fact that one person decided not to shoot doesn't mean that it wasn't objectively reasonable.
The lawyer tried her best to justify the fact that the other officer held the gun back when he was actually in a better position to shoot, but she was immediately shut up by one of the judges.
You can lay these out, but we're at a very limited scope here. This is not jury redo. We have to determine based on the facts as alleged by the plaintiff. And
Right.
they're gonna say, no, it was, he simply had his hand in his pocket and these officers were coming up on him really strong. They created the tension. They rose the adrenaline, not him. You have to lay out, take their facts, not the facts as you want. You gotta stick with their facts and explain why under their facts, you win as a matter of law.
I agree, Your Honor.
And right now we're talking about your facts.
As long as
Stick with theirs.
As long as the historic facts are undisputed, the question of whether or not Officer Villarreal's actions were reasonable is a question of law. It's not a question that you give to a jury, because we don't want juries second guessing the very, very difficult life and death decisions that officers have to make.
We have to accept their version of the facts. So you need to explain under their versions of the facts why, as a matter of law, you win.
Under their version of the facts,
Yes.
nobody disputes that Mr. Herrera was acting erratically. No one disputes that he was skipping backwards in the street. That's very strange behavior. Nobody disputes that it was almost simultaneous when Officer Villarreal ordered Mr. Herrera to remove his hand from his pocket, that he started moving toward Officer Villarreal's car, and that he had his hand going up in an arcing motion. That's on the video. That's undisputable.
So if we take those facts, you're
Yes.
saying that as a matter of law, the shooting here was legal.
Yes,
Those three facts.
it was objectively reasonable.
Police officers are one of the only professions in the world where you can make the mistake of killing someone, use that as an excuse, and still keep your job and avoid prison time. But fortunately, in this case, things went a different way.
The things that they observed heightened the situation to a point where it was objectively reasonable for the officers. Nobody disputes that, for example, that it wasn't objectively reasonable for the officers to have their guns out. They were going to do a felony stop. Domestic violence under California law is a felony. So they had their guns out. There's some question about whether or not there were other alternatives available. Well, in the split second that decision had to be made, You couldn't put the gun down and pick up a baton. You couldn't put the gun down and pick up a taser, assuming that Officer Villarreal even had a taser. I think there's testimony in the record that he didn't have a taser available to him. He had to make a decision based solely on what he knew at the time. And it's easy for us to sit in hindsight and say, well, Mr. Herrera didn't have a gun. Mr. Herrera didn't really pose any
I don't think
threat.
anyone here said that.
The standard of review on qualified immunity, again, it allows for reasonable mistakes. And as long as the mistake was objectively reasonable, then Officer Villarreal is entitled to qualified immunity. I'd like to reserve the balance of my time.
Let's hear from the other side, and you will have some time.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dale Gallipo, and I'm representing or speaking on behalf of the appellees and the plaintiffs in the underlying case. I think the comment made, a lot of the arguments we believe they're being made here are more appropriate for a jury. Because in this case, there are a host of undisputed facts that we actually think favor the finding of the district court judge.
When we look at what's undisputed, Mr. Herrera, and I think you could say suspiciously, kept his hand in his pocket, and that the officers perceived a heavy object in that pocket. That's...
First part, yes. Second part, a little less clear. But I think there's no question that he had his hand in his pocket.
Well, and both officers said it looked like he had something heavy in his pocket.
Okay.
All right. And then just before Mr. Villarreal opened fire, Mr. Herrera rapidly removed his hand and moved quickly, it seemed like, toward the officer's car.
As the officer's lawyer took time out, the judge tried to question Mr. Herrera's position. But the more they talked about it, the stronger the argument became.
No information that any weapon was involved in a crime. They were specifically told he was not known to carry weapons. He responded to a command. He was given a command. He has a hand in his pocket, and he was giving a command to show his hands or take his hand out of his pocket. The officer was asked, what was your intention? I wanted him to take his hand out of his pocket. He took one reasonable inference again is he took his hand out of his pocket in compliance with the command of the officer. When he took his hand out of his pocket, he had nothing in his hand. Another reasonable inference is that the officer could see that he had nothing in his hand before he fired his shots.
And what do you say in response to opposing counsels that he's entitled to make a reasonable mistake?
Defense would argue that an officer is entitled to a reasonable mistake, and that's the end of the analysis. I think for purposes here, one has to look at the facts supporting the plaintiff's version and then decide whether one can say as a matter of law that the shooting is justified. Under our version, both hands were visible and he had nothing in his hands and he was shot twice and killed. We specifically asked the officers about their training, and they conceded, which is included in the cites in our brief, that deadly force is a last resort, only to be used in the direst of circumstances, only when no other reasonable measures are available, and that a warning that deadly force is going to be used should be given when practical.
When the other lawyer came back, something in her was different, and her points went from irrelevant to completely absurd.
Juries should not be put in a position of second guessing whether or not an officer acted in a reasonable manner or not. The only province of the jury is to decide the undisputed facts, and I would submit that we don't really have any material undisputed facts in this case. We can see what happened on the video.
But counsel, we have jury trials on this all the time, and the police officer will bring in their use of force expert, and Mr. Gallipo will bring in his use of force expert to talk about what should have happened. I mean, juries do make determinations.
But they're not making determinations on qualified immunity, and that's the only issue in this appeal, qualified immunity, and whether or not the actions of Officer Villarreal were objectively reasonable in light of all of the circumstances.
You said something that confused me. The jury does not get to decide qualified immunity?
Qualified immunity is a question of law for the court.
And at trial, the jury cannot say to your officer, you're off the hook because you have qualified immunity? That can't be right.
It's my understanding that the application of qualified immunity is a question of law.
Well, it is a question of law on undisputed facts or facts taken in favor of the other side. But I've never understood it to be outside the province of the jury when it goes to trial.
Well, the
to say
jury-
that the officer does not have qualified immunity.
The jury has to decide the underlying predicate facts.
I understand that, but I think I'm arguing on your point, if we send this back, I don't think you want to say qualified immunity is no longer available to you at trial.
Absolutely not.
Well, I think that's what you just said. That's why I'm speaking
That
up.
was not my intention
Okay.
at all. And if the jury were to return a verdict against Officer Villarreal, I think that he would have the opportunity to file a motion for a judgment notwithstanding the verdict on qualified immunity.
Everything goes bad for your client. That is to say, if we send it back, if the jury says no qualified immunity, and if the jury comes in with an award of some amount of damages, will your client pay those damages out of his own pocket, or will it be paid by his employer?
It should be 99.9% of the times it's paid by the employer. I don't see why it would be different.
Well, by
in
statute,
this-
California statute says it's paid by the employer unless they're punitives.
Yes,
Isn't that right?
that was what I was going to say.
So that doesn't say 99%, it says 100.
Well, I was going to say, unless there were,
Unless they're
if there
punitives.
were punitive damages, the city would have the option of deciding whether to pay those punitives. My understanding is that,
At that point, I got the answer. Got it, right. At that point, I think the employer has the option. Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel.
It was ruled that Villarreal could not reasonably claim self-defense, as he shot Herrera less than a second after ordering him to show his hands, which the court found to be excessive force. If you think this officer had it bad, then wait until you see the next officers. Although they didn't get fired, they were completely owned by the people they were trying to harass.
So that's what I'm investigating. So again, you got your ID on you.
No, it's not illegal.
So I gotta make
I didn't break any laws.
On May 13th, 2023, Deputy Hudson and another officer from the Sussex County Sheriff's Office pulled over a local landowner named Robert Huffman near his property in Sussex County, Virginia. The officer started to impinge upon Robert's rights, but the way he shut the officers up is worth watching.
Hey sir, how you doing?
I was doing fine. What's the problem?
I got a shooting range or something over there.
My property.
Yeah. I ain't coming to attitude. I'm filing a complaint that somebody filed.
Okay.
Do you have a shooting range over there and everything?
No, just my property.
That's your property?
Yeah.
Okay, so people currently shooting over there now.
What's going on?
So we get a call of shots fired in the area.
They were in the county.
Yeah. Listen, anytime shots fired in the area, you got the ID on you, sir?
I haven't committed a crime.
Right now, there's an investigation going on, sir, for
Watch
shots
yourself,
fired in
please.
the area, and I need to know who I made contact with.
I haven't committed a
I'm
crime.
Deputy Hudson with Sussex Sheriff. I identify myself.
I haven't committed a crime.
Sir, what's your name?
I haven't committed a crime.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Rob. It's a pleasure to
Robert.
meet you, Hudson. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
How long you live up there or just land?
Just land.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so originally called is shots fired in the area. Anytime shots fired in the area, we got to come. If it's hunting, hunting time, we get a lot of calls. So
Okay.
we have to investigate because we don't know what's going on. I don't know that it's land back there. I don't know that that belongs to you. I don't know that you shooting back there or whatever. I don't know that stuff. So I have to investigate. When a citizen calls, we have to investigate.
Okay.
So that's what I'm investigating. So again, you got your ID on you.
No, it's not
So
illegal.
I gotta make
I didn't break any laws.
Yeah, so we got to call a red truck that shots fired in the area.
Okay.
So again, I'm investigating. It's an ongoing investigation. So do
What
you
crime?
have shots fired in the area?
That's a crime?
Yes,
In
sir.
the county?
Ran the roadway and the houses in the area.
Oh,
yes,
no,
sir.
no, there was never any.
Okay,
never-
I don't know that yet.
that's
I
not
haven't went
true.
back there. The only thing I got is a red truck. So again, I have to make.
I'm just gonna exercise my Fifth Amendment right.
The longer those deputies talked, the dumber they looked. After a while, you just start feeling embarrassed about the fact that they're even allowed in law enforcement.
I don't consent to any searches or
I'm
seizures.
not searching this. I need to know. Do you have your ID on you? I need to know who I made contact with, sir.
I haven't broken a law. Can you articulate a law that I've broken?
Right now, you must identify yourself, sir, because I have made contact and there's an
I haven't
ongoing
broken a
investigation.
law. I'm exercising my Fifth Amendment right.
So
I'm
you
not
refuse.
answering
So
any
now
questions.
you're refusing to identify yourself to me.
You haven't articulated a crime.
Is an ongoing investigation of shots
What's the
fired in the
crime?
area, sir.
That's not a crime. It's in the county.
You're missing the whole
I
point, sir.
am not giving up my Fifth Amendment right.
So
You're not
that
gonna
land,
violate
that
my
land
Fourth
belongs to you.
Amendment right.
That land belongs to you.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any backstops behind any shooting that's going on back there?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
This
What
is
about
my
the
question.
First, second, or third?
All right.
I bet you
If-
don't.
If you want to assert your rights, I have no problem with
I'm
that.
being
okay?
illegally detained at this point.
Okay. Well, we're in the middle of an investigation.
Of what crime? It's not a crime. You can't even articulate a crime. I have no obligation to assist you in your investigation. You know?
Okay. So my question to you is this: you want to ask me a bunch of questions, but you don't want to answer any of my questions.
Yeah, that's
why
your
are you being
job.
difficult?
I'm a citizen in America, and we have the Constitution. I know
Okay.
y'all don't
But that doesn't
believe in
answer
that
why
anymore.
why you're being so difficult.
I don't have to answer any of your questions, officer.
Okay. I just want to know what your issue is. Why you don't want to talk to us?
I
That's
don't
my
like
question.
police. I'm sorry. I think
Okay.
you guys are tyrants.
Okay.
Yeah. If y'all actually upheld the Constitution like you swore an oath to do, then yeah, I would answer questions. But y'all don't do that anymore. You're tyrants anymore.
This officer was beyond ignorant. It's unbelievable that people like these are supposed to protect our rights when they don't even understand them.
I know y'all are sitting here wanting to ID me and violate my constitutional rights.
Okay, but getting your ID is not violating your
Yes,
rights.
it certainly is. That's the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution.
And how?
How is it?
Yeah.
Because I don't have to have any searches or seizures. You can't search or seize anything unless I've been suspected of a crime.
Okay.
Am I suspected of a crime?
I'll leave that up to my partner,
Yeah.
sir.
There you go. You got to articulate a crime, and I'd be happy to ID myself if you can articulate a crime that I've broken or done something wrong.
Okay. Well, technically we have enough to stop you for the incident that we're investigating, and technically, if you want to get into the aspects of the law, you're just driving down the road. We have a right to see your driver's license registration. There's Supreme Court case law on that.
Yeah, if I violated the law.
Okay.
What's the law? What's the law that I violated?
Operating a vehicle on the roads of the Commonwealth.
That's against the law?
It's not against the law.
Well, then what
but
the fuck do you need my ID
once
for?
you've been,
Am I free to leave?
So this is the rule. I'm gonna print out the laws of Sussex County. I'm gonna put it on that fence. It is regulations that have to follow. We are gonna report it. They are gonna come and investigate your area that you're shooting over there. Again, I'm gonna take a picture. My body camera right here.
I don't want you to trespass on my property.
Listen, sir.
Okay.
Again, shots was fired in their area. Their homes right there. You can't shoot within a certain feet of the homes. So if y'all are in violation of that, you will be charged. Okay?
There's still no crime.
Yes, it is a crime. You can't shoot within certain feet of a home, sir.
Well, how many feet was I in?
You're good to go, sir. Have a
All
good
right,
day.
thank you. Y'all take care. Stay safe.
After letting Robert go, the officers arrived at his property, where Robert's father, Michael Huffman, was hanging out with Robert's permission. As you would expect, their interaction did not go smoothly.
How you doing? My name is Deputy Hudson with the Sussex Sheriff Department. Listen, sir. My name is Deputy Hudson with the Sussex Sheriff Department, sir. We got a complaint from a neighbor right here, and right here.
Don't fucking get over it. We're out here. We're 200 yards from anything near us, and we're firing into the ground.
You gonna let me talk, or you gonna finish?
I'm gonna finish. You are trespassing. You are not allowed on this property. The gate was closed.
Sir, you got your ID on you?
I don't have to give you ID.
Sir.
The Constitution says I don't have to give you an ID unless I have broken a law.
Sir.
6-3 Sussex, got a gang tag for you. Go ahead.
Do y'all own this residence right here, sir?
Yes.
Who owns it?
My son and I own it.
Okay, what's your name?
Again.
I don't know if you trespass or not. What's your name, sir?
My name is.
Your son's on it.
Our family own it.
Okay, so did he give you permission to come out here?
You just pulled him over.
I don't know.
No, you pulled him over 5 minutes ago.
Sir, did he give you permission to be out here?
Yes, he has, but I have permission. You don't get to my property.
So he gave you permission to be out here, sir?
Yes.
Can you call him and he can tell you that he gave you permission?
You just pulled him over.
Did he give you permission to be out here, sir?
Or did you not pull him over? Not 5 minutes ago.
No, he didn't identify himself. I don't know who he is. Did he give you permission to be out here, sir?
I have permission to be on my own property.
Can you call and verify that he gave you permission?
He's being an
I'm not, sir. I'm trying to figure out that this is the people that's supposed to be out here.
This tyrant thinks you are guilty until proven innocent. How can someone be trespassed if nobody asked them to leave? He didn't even have enough intelligence to consider that possibility.
Well, calm down, sir. You need a medic?
Hey, I've got this cops here trespassing on our truck, on our property. Wants to know whether or not I have permission to be here. Can you tell them I'm so bad? And I've been telling him the same thing.
So who's the owner of the property?
He is.
What's his name?
Off my property.
What's his name, sir?
Get the my property.
So are you the owner or he the owner?
Our family owns this property. Our family owns this property.
What is your family name, sir?
I've told you that 3 goddamn
You got your ID on you?
No. That's it. I ain't dealing with it. Get off your property.
You have your ID on you, sir?
after him.
So we're trying to figure out who property this belongs, because it looks like some abandoned property.
I've got
Do you have your ID on you, sir?
I don't need an ID.
Okay, so sir, maybe I can talk to you. This is where it goes. You got a second? We don't know who owns this property. We got people call here and say shots fired over here. This property is technically abandoned. So before I leave, I have to put something in the computer that I talked to such and such, and this is who belongs to. If this is your property, you're not here. Somebody comes over here and shooting on your property. I don't do anything about it. How are you gonna feel?
Hey, leave.
Sir, I can't leave right now because of the open investigation.
You're trespassing.
Sir, you might want to calm down before you go to jail, sir.
Get the hell off my property.
Sir, turn around, put your hands behind your back. Turn around, put your hands behind your back for destruction and not cooperating with law enforcement.
Stop it.
No, sir. No, he's not gonna curse me out. I haven't been disrespectful.
All right, wait a minute. Stop.
No, sir.
I have a
No,
weapon.
sir.
I have a weapon in my pocket.
That's fine, sir.
Okay, it's unloaded weapon in my pocket right here.
Right here. Here you go.
This stupid bastard is putting me in handcuffs.
You don't need to get that.
There you go. 740 such show one in custody. Come on, sir. I'm gonna read you your rights. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say will or can be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to talk to a lawyer, have him present with you while you are being questioned.
The dumb cop not only harassed the poor father, but also arrested him for speaking up. It's like he wanted him to act up so he could put him in cuffs. Absolutely disgraceful.
You got your ID on you, sir.
Doesn't matter whether I got ID. You're not getting it until you prove to me that I've done something illegal. What have I done illegal?
First, you refuse to cooperate. You refuse to give me...
No, I refuse because you were trespassing on private property. You were trespassing.
You got
on
anything in your
private-
power? You gonna poke me, stick me, or hurt me?
I don't know.
Okay. If I hurt myself, you will be charged.
Nothing unusual.
Okay.
You're ignorant.
Yes, sir.
You're God, you are. Do not open that. No, no, sir. You have no right to open that. I don't want to stand here all day. I have a bad heart. You're with me. These are. Instead of taking care of the property of people down there setting fire and trespassing, they want to trespass.
7-4.
Virginia Orwell, Tango 6.
Unlawful arrest, retaliation, deprivation of rights. This cop went all in, and yet he was standing there proud of what he had done.
Can't believe y'all are trespassing.
Any fellas? At this point, we don't know who the land belongs to.
We're just trying to investigate a complaint, sir. That's all we're trying to do, okay?
Well, then why didn't you investigate the complaint last week when they come in here and burn our
We're not
woods
talking
and burn
about
our
last
property?
week,
about
sir.
today,
We're talking
sir.
about today, sir. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's how we gotta do it sometimes, all right? You take a hand and we turn it the other way. That way it won't hurt your wrist as much, okay?
Whatever. I can't see what you're doing.
Okay. Take a hand and turn it this way so the top of your hands together. That way it won't hurt your wrist as much, okay?
Once you take the off, I ain't going nowhere.
That's up to my partner here, sir. All right? He's gonna charge you with obstruction or not, okay?
Now again, who owns the land?
My son and our family.
Who physically on the paperwork?
Rob. My
Okay,
son.
long as Rob said, hey, you got
You
permission.
just heard him. You talked to him.
I don't
on
know
the
if that's Rob. I don't physically know him. Failure to cooperate with law enforcement, failure to give you information. You have a, come on. No,
Get
come
my
on,
phone.
sir.
Get my phone. Give him the rest. Give him the rest of my stuff. Give him my billfold.
You got your ID on you, sir? Okay, all right.
Give him everything. Keys, everything. Take my revolver and put it away too, son.
Come on, sir.
You're just being a jerk.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been shooting too. 308? No, that's 9mm. Tinker Toy shit.
All right, stand right here for a second, sir.
You can tell that this officer wanted to get back at Robert for not identifying himself because his tiny ego couldn't handle someone who stands up for his rights and doesn't bow down to his commands.
This is my question, Mr. Huffman. Are you ready to talk yet?
About what?
The property. This is the
property.
thing.
Like I said, my son's wife was raised in that trailer
And
right there all of her life. And
so
I tried to explain it to any.
but did you give me your ID? We had to basically go through this whole process. So check this out. Somebody comes out here and shoot on your property, right? I come out here, I say, hey, why are you shooting out here? This is my property. I let them go. You call the police and say, hey, somebody was shooting out there. Guess what? I don't have their ID. I don't have the information, so now I'm not able to identify that it was on your property.
Whatever happened to you not trespassing on the property?
We got a call and we have to follow through. You the owner of this property?
I'm not answering any questions.
Okay, sir, well, I don't know if you're the owner of the property. Please step back away from me, sir. So, are you the owner of this property?
Trespassing.
Are you the owner of this property?
You're the only one trespassing.
Are you the owner of this property?
You're the only one
Are you the owner of this property, sir? Okay, that's fine.
Oh, so you're going to arrest my father? Because y'all are trespassing on my
Sir, are you the owner of this property, sir?
I'm not answering any questions.
Do you have your ID on you, sir?
I'm not answering any
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you to leave, sir, if you're not the owner of this property.
Okay, I'm the owner of the property.
Okay, then do you have your ID so I can identify that you're the owner of the property?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you to leave, sir.
No, I'm asking you to leave. How are you going to kick me off my property?
Because you're not identifying yourself that you're the owner of this property. That's fine, sir. So I'm going to ask you to get in your truck and leave, sir.
No, I'm asking you to leave.
No, are you the owner of this property?
I don't have no signs right there.
Are you the owner of this property?
I told y'all not to come on my
Are
property.
you the owner of this property, sir?
I want to see your supervisor.
Are you the owner of this property? Are you the owner of the property? So at this time, sir, if you're not willing to identify yourself, I'm going to ask you to leave, sir.
There is no obligation to show ID or to prove you own the property. They have to prove you don't have the right to be there. But as we have already established, Officer Hudson did not have the mental faculties to have such sensible thoughts.
Leave, sir.
Hudson.
Okay, turn around, put your hands behind your back, sir. Thank you.
I want to see your supervisor. Gary, will you hold this camera? Hold it up.
Right now, it's for evidence. Right now, it's his property, so I'm going to hold on to it.
Do you have
turn
a warrant?
around,
Do you have a warrant?
I'm holding on to your property right now, sir.
Video record everything.
Can you? I'm gonna take your.
Breaking the law.
Listen, sir, I'm gonna take your watch off because I can't put your handcuffs on. Okay.
My rights. You're violating my rights. What's your name? Dominic. I told y'all not to come on my property. I told y'all not to come on my property. Please comply with verbal orders. I told y'all not to come on my property. I told you not to come on my property. How? So what are you arresting me for? Trespassing?
Right now, you're being detained, sir.
For
to identify you, sir. No, I'm not.
Trespassing?
No, sir. Why we got him?
Are you?
Do you have any weapons on you?
Yes, I do.
What
I
you
have a 9mm Glock on my right side.
Okay. I'm gonna take it off your right side. Okay.
Come here and videotape these guys.
Stand right here, sir, and stop.
And what this next cop does during his interaction with the citizen will leave you stunned.
So hard, I thought they were gonna come through the wall.
There are demons in hell which would be impressed by how devilish some cops can become. Here are two examples which earned them deserved consequences. Starting off with these cops who made a mistake big enough to almost cost a man his life.
So hard, I thought they were gonna come through the wall.
In the middle of the night on May 30th, 2021, two Idaho Springs police officers, Officer Nicholas Hanning and Officer Ellie Summers, banged on 75-year-old Michael Clark's apartment door. They attack him when unarmed and completely calm.
No. I'm out here. I'm Tim. This is Brittany. That was the neighbor right there. We're the ones that called. Wait. This is Brittany. She's the one that got hit. I live here. This is my friend Brittany. And then this is my neighbor that hit her. I wasn't in here. I was outside. I literally just saw you.
He banged on the door, or through the wall. Bam, 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 and I'm sleeping. Shut the fuck up! And so I came out and was like, what's going on? He busted all of my shit. My nose, my mouth. All I want to do is hey, what was disturbing you? And he was like, shut the fuck up! Boom!
Was he white, black?
He's white.
Does he have hair?
Yeah.
Bald?
Gray hair?
Yeah, gray hair. He's the older guy that was tall. That guy was right there in that room. And that's where the wall was.
He was bang, bang, bang. That's what woke me up.
We just moved here yesterday.
The cops, obviously negligent of some obvious holes in Brittany's story, have heard enough. They proceed to ignore the facts and act sinisterly.
Okay.
What the fuck? Motherfucker over there. Put it down, motherfucker.
Put it down!
Put it down.
Get on the ground down!
Son of a bitch. Back up. Get out here right now. Get out here.
Get on the ground!
No. They hit that wall so hard, I thought they were going to come through the wall.
Put your gun away. Put your gun away.
Okay. Party's unconscious.
Michael can be seen answering the door worriedly. So much so, he's armed with a small knife. However, even after putting it down, the cops seem disinterested in anything he has to say.
Floyd. Party came out with a machete. Sir, 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 talk to us. Talk to me. Talk to me. Sir, talk to me.
If this wasn't cynical enough, the officer removed the weapon from the victim's cupboard and placed it out in the hallway. He does this in order to further incriminate this poor old man, showing their outright blatant corruption.
That big bat that he's holding, that looks like a freaking...
Where did you find that? Did you have to hunt for it?
It was laying right there on the ground when I walked in.
All right. I did not get that down.
Not arguing with you.
I did not get that down.
All right. We're gonna sit up.
I did not get that down.
I'm gonna go down with you.
It was on.
You want him out of cuffs
up
here?
Okay. Did you go in my apartment and look for weapons?
Mr. Clark, you're gonna sit up.
Did you look for guns and look for weapons?
We don't need. They don't need to look out in the apartment. It was here in the hallway.
How did you get in the hallway?
What the fuck? Put that motherfucker
over
shit
there.
down. Put it down, motherfucker!
Put it down!
Put it down! Get out
on
here!
the ground, down!
Back up, back up, back up. Get out here right now! Get out here!
Get on the ground!
No. They hit that wall so hard, I thought they were going to come through the wall.
Put your gun away. Take those out.
What is going on? I've done nothing wrong. What did I do?
What's that?
What did I do?
Punch that girl.
Huh?
Punch that girl and then answer the door with a freaking machete, man.
Oh, no, that is absolutely false.
All right. Okay. We're gonna stand here up.
I did not come after nobody.
Okay. You're dealing with me now. We're gonna go down to the ambulance so I can.
I was just in bed.
All right. We're gonna stand up on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stand up.
I attacked nobody.
We're gonna sit on crap.
Even after Clark regains consciousness, the police only seem to be concerned with criminalizing him. No matter what he says to try and defend himself, he's shunned. The snarky nature of this cop is repulsive.
All right, sit back.
I did nothing.
Does this look familiar?
That's up on top there.
Just sit. Just sit.
I did not come at anybody.
Sit down. Swing your legs up. Swing your legs up. Sir, swing your legs up. Feet, please. Don't restrain.
Okay. You know, this is really false risk.
As if this aggravated assault was the last of the police's worries for that day, if the officers had chosen to run a background check on Brittany, instead of harming an innocent old man, they would have discovered an array of crimes. Clear Creek District Court Judge Cynthia Jones ruled that Hanning will serve 2 years of supervised probation and complete 150 hours of community service for assaulting Clark. Jones said Hanning's actions were an abuse on the public trust by a police officer and a violation of his training, but that she also had to consider the low likelihood he would reoffend. She also said she did not want to sentence him to jail because it would cost the county's taxpayers. Brittany had been charged with attempted murder, fraud, lying to the police, and felony aggravated domestic assault. Nay, the police cripple a loving grandfather for the rest of his life due to the trauma and subsequent stroke he suffered from that night's attacks. If the last group of cops had you wondering about the extent of their evil, then this next one's for you. Watch once more as police negligence and haste caused a terrifying ordeal for innocent citizens. On January 10th, 2024, Elyria, Ohio police raided a residence wrongfully. Since they thought it was part of an ongoing investigation, they went in guns blazing. In this process, they managed to injure a sick infant.
Cameras, cameras, cameras. Cameras, cameras, cameras. I'm hitting it from left. All right. Cameras, cameras, cameras. Search warrant, come to the door! Police search warrant, come to the door! Police search warrant, come to the door! Police search warrant, come to the door!
The police's special response team take their place for what they think is about to be an epic showdown with criminals. As they bang and break through the doors,
Search warrant, come to the door! Dogs, dogs, dogs! Police search warrant! Police search warrant, come to the door! Police search warrant, come to the door! Dogs, dogs, dogs! Police search warrant! Coming down the stairs! Police search warrant, come to the door! Police search warrant, come to the door! Dogs, dogs, dogs! Police search warrant! Coming down the stairs! You're good, man! Okay. Dogs, 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 dogs! Search warrant! Coming down the stairs! Good, man! Come on the door! Police search warrant! Coming down the stairs! Dogs, 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 dogs! Search warrant! Coming down the stairs! Good, man! What's up? Okay. You're good. Just come down to us.
You got high jig?
Yeah. Dogs, dogs, dogs! Search warrant! Coming down the stairs!
as you can witness, the police flashbang the rooms in the upper floor, break the windows of the lower floor, and all whilst breaking and entering through the main door. In fact, one of these flashbangs even caught an infant inside.
You're good, man. Come here, put your hands up. Okay. Come to the door. Good. Just come down to us. Okay. Come outside. All right.
Cowfish is on your.
Is it a permanent bed? Come out. Is it a permanent bed? Bounce.
Huh?
Bounce.
I'm visiting. I'm not from here.
I got it.
My baby's in there with me.
Okay. Is how old? 17-month-old.
However, all that seems to emerge is a concerned mother who claims immediately that her 17-month-old baby is inside on a ventilator and needs attention. The cops' response? Nothing but cruel.
Quick. You old. Right. 328 on your rear. We only got 2. I'll go down with you. All right. You got 4. Got a dog in front of us. Police department inside, make it known. I got a split left and right. Moving. Easy. Easy. Clear.
Stairwell to the left. All right, push past it and let me hold on the stairwell. Oh, we're good. Just go to the door. All right, done. So, as a push right, yeah, left. Yep. Shield right, shield right. Push in, push in. What a dumper here. We got one behind.
We're saturated, we good.
We got one behind.
Out!
Come on.
The dog shot.
Clear as far as I can see. Alright. On you.
Ben, you want to dump in with them?
Yeah.
Cover along. Can you open it? When you open it, drop it in. Just bathroom?
They continue searching the whole property, only to find absolutely nothing related to what they were investigating.
Okay.
Are you the only one there in the house?
Yeah, I'm not living here. I'm from South Carolina. I'm still going to fall water,
Any notes or anything, hon?
No. My aunt, so this is my aunt.
Move your feet apart from me, please.
Comes up like my sister and my mom.
Are they in bed?
No, they're all at work.
Can I check your pockets, hon?
My sister is, my mom's coming from New York. My aunt leaves up all around the patient's house.
Other than the baby, anybody else in there?
The dog.
The dog?
Yes, he's there.
Who's the owner?
I can call her on my phone. She's at work. Yeah, I'm just here visiting from Costco. I haven't been here in 5 years. I'm terrified. Oh. Anybody could grab my shoes from the front door. There's a lot more.
Joe, do me a favor, just hold her phone.
Go ahead. Yeah, I can give you my password if you want to call her.
We'll get it.
We'll get there. Sit tight.
His respiratory therapist might call. He's in there desat and breathing. So I might.
So maybe.
Yeah, I was fooling with his ventilator when you guys started talking. They also have a ring board now. Never. I've never been involved with cops before at all. But I have to stay calm because I have a baby on the ventilator.
Fair enough.
I almost started screaming and running. I don't know what. But I know, like, you can't run.
The mom earnestly tried to comply with the police so that she could see her kid as soon as possible. Even though the police know this, they take their sweet time before reuniting the mom and son. Only later is it revealed why this raid was so irreversibly unsuccessful. Remember the Ring camera that cops knocked down? Well, it's still recording audio. Take a listen.
Smaller house.
Listen one more time.
Smaller house.
However, this next cop might be the absolute worst. His mistreatment of this suspect is absolutely horrific. When corrupt cops think they can act without consequences, they often find themselves exposed in the most unexpected ways. These are the moments where their actions catch up to them, proving what happens when authority is abused.
Hey, don't reach for it.
Hey, myself. Come on, stop this now.
Don't reach for it.
Hey, get on the ground.
On August 7, 2023, Los Angeles Sheriff's deputies received a 911 call from a store clerk reporting an armed man acting crazy and screaming at the gas pumps. Once the officers arrived at the site, they were in for a big surprise.
Hey, you need to go, dude. What are you doing here? Huh?
I found it. You can have it.
What's in your pocket?
Hey,
nothing.
Hey, put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Put your hands up. What is it?
Put your hands up.
What is it?
Hey, listen. Hey, you just got a 417, bro. Put your hands up.
Hey, don't reach for it.
Hey, get on the ground. Let me get my.
Hey, don't reach for it. Get on the ground. Get on the ground then. Get on the ground. Hey, get on the ground. Hey, listen. Get on the ground.
The officers immediately noticed that the suspect, Arturo Cernas, was carrying a gun in his hand, so they all quickly took cover and asked Arturo to drop his weapon.
Yeah. What's the address here? Open the door.
You're on the pad.
Carson 164, going to be detaining a 417 suspect sent from the 91. Going to be facing southbound. We're going to be at the McShell Road. Going to be getting tow truck inertia.
Hey, get on your knees. Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Hey, sir, in the car. Hey, you want to back up? Yeah. Hey, stop reaching in your pocket. No, keep your hands on your head. No, keep your hands on your head. Leave your phone alone. Stop reaching.
It was clear at that point that Arturo had some psychological issues due to which he wasn't complying with the officers' requests. But instead of trying to de-escalate the situation, the officers did something terrible.
This is left pocket, right? Yeah, left pocket. Leave your hands on your head. Leave your hands on your head. Leave your hands on your head.
Deputies are going to be accounted for. They're going to be down.
Hey, let's get fire sage.
Fire stage is north of the Stage 1 in Central.
The copy deputies are accounted for. We're getting fire to stage.
After this, the officers opened fire. First responders gave Arturo medical assistance, but he was pronounced dead before he could be taken to the hospital. The is now under investigation by both the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Homicide Unit and the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. Moving on, we have a case where a corrupt state trooper used excessive force because he thought no one was watching. On August 5, 2022, Trooper Hayden Falvey stopped Eugene Lewis on Schmidt Road in Macomb for a traffic stop. He stopped Eugene for a minor traffic violation, but things quickly escalated, and the officer's response will shock you.
Are you good? There you go. You just all leaned over. You got your license insurance, sir? I ain't got no license. You ain't got no license? You got an ID card? All right, we can work with the ID card. Look, I'm stopping you for careless driving for your seatbelt. Yeah, you come flying down Delaware, bumping. I saw you. I was at the gas pump. You was bumping and chilling, ain't have your seatbelt on, and come through there flying. Man, you was lapping folks up. You ain't have your seatbelt on. You got the tinted windshield, and you were big chilling, wasn't you? I apologize. You're good, man. Hey, just go and step out for me for just a second, okay? Just put your stuff up on the dash. All that stuff. Don't put your hands in your pockets. Come this way. I'll get it. Turn around. Turn around. There you go. Just put your hands on top of your head. I'm just going to pat you down for weapons. On your head. You got any weapons on you in the vehicle? Put your fingers together. Just like that. Anything that's going to stick me, poke me, or hurt me. Okay. How much marijuana in the vehicle? None? Is that a yes? Okay. Well, don't lie to me, man. I ain't going to lie to you. I swear to God, I ain't going to lie to you. Okay. You smoked some weed recently? When did you smoke? About 40, 50 minutes back. About an hour ago? Okay, not a big deal. Look, hold on just a second. Here, come on back here. There ain't no weapons in there? Okay, look, it's all good. Stand right here. Stand right here. So look, on the scale, look, you fix your shirt, fix your shirt. Fix your pants too now. Come on, we can't keep looking scrappy out here. We don't know who might drive by and see you. Alright, look. On a scale of 0 to 10, with a 0 being you've never smoked marijuana before, and a 10 being the highest you've ever been from smoking marijuana, where would you say you fall at on that scale right now? 0 to 10. Yes, sir. 0 being you've never smoked marijuana before, 10 being the highest you've ever been.
The officer immediately shifted his focus from the tents and seatbelt to the potential drugs that the man might be carrying.
Might be a 1 or 2, baby. A 1 or 2? Yeah, I ain't get about like that. Ain't a big deal. Here, come on, sit back here. And there ain't no weed in your truck? Okay, I'm going to check real quick, but hey, look, do me a favor. Just turn back around, put your hands back on your head. Now look, on your head. Okay, well, you're not under arrest. I'm just going to detain you while I search your vehicle, okay? Because we out here on the edge of the woods by ourselves, right? And I don't know you. They come off as easy as they come on, right? I understand everything you doing and everything you saying. No problem. Hold on just a second. I'm going to lock them so they don't get no tighter on you, all right? Now look, when I run your stuff, you ain't gonna have no warrants or nothing, are you? Okay. You ever been arrested before? For what?
Oh, well, I've been in prison a couple times.
For what?
Drugs.
Okay.
Selling drugs. I don't.
What was you selling? Back in there, ain't no in there right now. You sure?
Ain't nothing.
See, is anybody at home? Like she have a license?
I'll stay right.
Yes, 22 for Katie.
In that thing. Okay.
I got a Mississippi ID card, Mississippi 1028.
The officer then proceeded to scan the car for anything illegal. And trust me when I say that the officer really took his time.
So what did you say it is you do?
Fuck the truck now. As a matter of fact, I just left Clinton in the same.
You just left Clinton?
Me and my son. The 18 wheeler there.
When's the last time you had any of that old Patron?
It's been jumping,
Because yesterday you ain't had none today. So I give you one of them alcohol tests. It's going to say no alcohol. Just the week. That's it.
I swear to God, I won't none show up.
Gotcha.
So far, things seem normal, but underneath the calm, something was cooking in the trooper's mind that would lead to a terrible end to the situation.
Right.
We got a chance to get back over there and play.
Bring call John 3547.
In Berry, Mississippi, I never got a chance to get back over. So I got to get over there and get them.
Okay, that's what you
Good.
Contact a 2011 GMC Yukon, aluminum color, expiration 323.
Careful.
Sure, it's not confirmed.
The search continued for a while. The trooper was determined to find something on that guy, but as he was searching, something strange happened.
Y'all go ahead. Okay. Hey, y'all don't stop. Y'all keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Sir, don't stop. That's okay. Y'all keep going. Your brother's fine. Stay in the vehicle. You do have to keep going. Yes, you do, sir. Y'all go ahead and go. M22 Brookhaven. Hey, sir, y'all go ahead and go. Yes, I can. Y'all go ahead and go, please. Sir, you can go right now or you can go to jail for failure to comply. You can leave or you can go to jail. I just want y'all to keep going. Pick.
After completing the search and not finding anything, the officer took the man in for an absurd reason. But not only that, he then proceeded to worsen the situation in a very startling manner.
Smoke marijuana, man.
I said, yes, I smoke marijuana.
Yes.
But I ain't smoke. I ain't smoke.
Look, we talk about it later, but right now you can come with me, okay? Come on back here. Sir, come on back here. I'll say you do otherwise, all right? Right there's good, stop. Turn around, face that way. Turn around. Sir, turn around, please. I'm not going to keep telling you, turn around. Sir, you going to turn around or not?
Yeah, like
Are you going to turn around or not? Are you going to turn around or not? Are you going to turn around or not?
You going to tase me for nothing with handcuffs on?
Yes, sir. If you don't turn around, I will tase you. Turn around. Stay just like that and don't move. Where do you think you're going? Sir, I'm going to let it sit you down.
I'm doing everything you asked me.
All right, then stand right there. I've talked.
I'm standing right here.
Then don't move.
How can I be on a little everything I need for you to get whatever I need to do.
M22, okay. Can you get over next week if you want to take your All right, come on back here.
What I'm going to do?
Come on back here. What is it you're going to do?
I'm going to get whatever I need to get with you, whatever I need to do with you, bro.
Have a seat.
To do whatever I need to do with you, bro. I'm going to do it, man.
Sir, have a seat.
So you got me up, man. Don't give me something that I ain't did nothing for.
Sir, have a seat.
Huh?
Have a seat.
Don't give me something that I ain't did nothing for.
It was clear that the man was innocent, which is why he was protesting and asking the trooper the reason for his arrest. The cop probably gave in to his racist instincts and assumed the worst.
Sit down!
Sit down. Sit down.
Show it!
Sit down.
I got handcuffs on! Lord, bitch, I got handcuffs on! Back up! I got handcuffs on! Lord, bitch, I got handcuffs!
Have a seat. Have a seat on you. Have a seat on
You get on the ground!
I got 3 subs here. I'm 10 too.
You get on the ground!
Have a seat.
You get on the ground! Do it! You get on the ground! Do it! Do it!
I just need in here to help me get these folks in the car.
You beat me up!
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Bitch, you beat me up!
Have a seat. Look, you need to come get in my car.
Man, don't put your hand on me, bro!
You need to call somebody? I already got somebody on the way. Just make sure they don't run into me.
He got Come on! Back up! He got him! Back up! Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Oh! Stay down! Stay down! He got him! Y'all back up! He got him! Y'all back up! Back up! Yeah. Going to jail. No, you ain't. Y'all going to jail. You in too?
You see, when you get here with 2 subjects and charges, they need to go to jail. M22 okay. Second Mississippi 1028 is going to be Paul John Davis 7692.
I ain't had nothing. I ain't this.
However, this was blowing things out of proportion without a cause because resorting to such violent behavior is unacceptable.
Y'all going to jail. Hey, sir, I'm letting you know. Y'all can leave. Boys can leave. You going to jail? You think my boys can leave? You know what you doing me? Do you really think my boys can leave me the way you doing me? You dead wrong, man. Man, get me out these bushes, bro. You dead wrong, bro. Man, get this McCone, bro. This McCone, man. This McCone.
70. The road's going to be on your left. You should see my light.
This McCone, man.
We just passed the water tower.
Please, bro. Please get this shit, bro. Bro, please get me out this shit, bro. Please get me out this shit, bro. You gonna sit in the car? Yeah, get me out this shit. You gonna sit in the car? Bro, get me out of here. You gonna stop fighting? No, I ain't fighting you.
The tyrant wanted to feel powerful because his ego wasn't satisfied by slamming a man to the ground. So he started threatening those who were filming with arrest.
Get up. Get up. No, let's get up. Get up. Get up, man. Back up. Quit rapping with. Have a seat. Have a seat. Put your feet in. 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 Stop fighting. Right there.
This officer's obsession with bringing others down is utterly mind-boggling. Even though they avoided confronting the officer directly, his rampage made it clear he was determined to cause as much harm as possible.
Don't get in that car! Don't get in that car! For what? Don't get in that car! No cop. Put your phone down. Turn around, put your hands on your head. I'm letting you know, turn around, put your hands on your head. Man, I ain't getting in no car. I'm telling you right now. You going to? Sit down. Sit on the ground. Don't touch my phone. Sit on the ground. I'm on the ground. You've been drinking too. I'm on the ground. You been drinking too, or just him? You don't drink? I don't drink. Get no there. Nope. Hold him. I'll get it. You got some on your light? I'm arresting somebody. Y'all don't come up and try to stop me. That ain't how it's gonna work. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going to jail. Video. Where's your ID? We got everything on video, man. Would you please take this out of the understand that? Would you please take this out? I understand that, sir. You talk to me, man. You got to choose those times, sir. Okay, I understand that, sir. You understand you're in right? Yes, sir, I understand it, sir. Could you please help me out, sir? Nope. Could you please? You spit on my wall, trying to spit out the window, sir. The window the same time, Stop. Move your knee. Move your knee. Move your knee. Move your knee. My wrist, move your knee. Oh, they'd have got a whole lot more than I wanted to give them.
Yeah. That one on the right, he's the hostile. And one on the left, he was going to cut. I got cut out by both of them. They thought I was a cop.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
No problem, buddy.
That officer's behavior is downright unacceptable and screams for accountability. The fact that he acted this way while armed makes the situation even more alarming.
Both y'all are under arrest. Listen. Y'all go ahead. I don't care what you got to say. You're under arrest. You got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney. You have an attorney during questioning. Present during questioning if you cannot afford one. Won't be appointed to you at no cost to you now. Should you choose to answer any questions without attorney present, you can stop at any time, and at no time are you obligated to answer any questions without an attorney present. Do you understand? Sir, do you understand? Okay, go stand up. Stand up. Sir, you gonna stand up? I'm finna get up by myself. No, you're not. You gonna stand up? I'm gonna help you up. On three. You ready? One. Good. There you go. Stand up. Come on. Hold on. Let me get my phone. Nope. You don't need it. You don't need it. Can I get my phone? Nope. You don't need it. Come on. You don't need it. Come on. You don't need it. Come on. Get my phone. Nope. You don't need it. Come on. So they're gonna stay in the bush. I don't care where it stays. Turn around, face that direction. Turn all the way around. Stand still. Do not move. Do you understand? What video this, man? No, you going to jail. I don't worry about going to jail. Handcuffs stay on when you go to jail. You got my wrist broke, sir. My wrist broke, man. Well, you should have thought about that when I told you to sit still. And you couldn't sit. That's fine. I ain't said nothing to you. It's all on camera, sir. It's all on camera, sir. It's all on camera, sir. Why am I in handcuffs? So I said turn around. Face this direction. Do not turn back around. Don't turn on me when I got my back turned. Do you understand? Turn around and face that direction. Stop turning around. I ain't got handcuffs on, man. What did I man probably do to with handcuffs on, man? All this bull you doing, bro.
This is what happens when someone completely unfit for the job is given a position that demands maturity, compassion, and responsibility. Just wait until you see how he completely mishandles a medical emergency next. It's both infuriating and heartbreaking.
Beat me up and nothing. Yeah, beat me up and choke me out and everything, man.
Glad you feel that way.
I need to go to the hospital.
Okay.
I need to be out here at the hospital.
I'm 23%.
I got aim, I got heart, I got back, I got high blood pressure.
I know use of force, but subject is requesting an ambulance. So you need to go to the hospital.
I need to go to the hospital. I need to go to the hospital. I need to go to the hospital. I need to go to the hospital, bro.
I need to go to the hospital. Why are you going to have seizures?
I put out heart attack, bro.
Okay. Yeah, you was just fine a second ago. I don't want to hear it.
Man, the man got high blood pressure and everything, man. He's telling you he's finna have a heart attack.
Shut up.
Who said on?
You know that's not what people do when they have a seizure, right? They don't flop up and down like a fish. I got an ambulance coming, sir. There's nothing I can do for you. I'm sorry.
Get out of seizure, bro.
You have a seizure? Sit up. Sit up. Sir, sit up. Stop pulling away from me. I'm not playing this game with you. I'm not playing this damn game with you. You done now? You done?
Imagine enduring a seizure, one of the most terrifying and helpless experiences a person can face, only to have the officer responsible for the ordeal mock you by saying to drop the act. It's gut-wrenching to witness such cruelty in a moment of vulnerability.
He's breaking my wrist, sir!
I told you to turn around. Turn around.
Now you got some one to another.
Turn around.
Why you can't be sitting around like this, man?
Turn around. Turn around.
But this man coming from one to another.
Turn around. All right, that's failure to comply. That's another charge.
You just trying to do man. I've been standing like this the whole time. You told me get to the back of the car. I got to the back of the car. Now you started coming back here messing with me.
Turn around.
Man, where you from, man? Why are you like this, man? You just evil, man.
Turn around. Turn around.
Stay in your vehicle, please.
Hey, man, will y'all stay in your car, please?
After running to his supervisor with a distorted version of events, the trooper eventually returned to the man with a calmer demeanor. But by then, the damage had been done, and his lack of empathy was already on full display.
So that a little bit. Calm down now. All right, in a minute, when we get all this taken care of, we'll fix your cuffs. But all that stuff was unnecessary, man. I was trying to I was going to let you. Okay, you told me, when you tell me you're not going in my car and I'm not buckling you in.
I never was smart with you.
Okay, so look, here's what I want you to understand. You see that? That's a camera. And I want you to look right there, that video, to everything that happened, okay?
I'm glad it's on, man, because I never did nothing to you in a good stuff.
Okay, I tried to help you out, man.
You to make you choke me and run to me the way you do.
Okay.
Eugene Lewis was charged with 8 charges. However, Chief Tyndall defended the trooper's decision to arrest the brothers who shot video of the incident. While DPS and MHSP recognize and respect the rights of citizens to observe and even record law enforcement officers executing their duties, those rights are not without limitations, Tyndall said in the news release. As you will see, this event is a prime example of how even a routine traffic stop can quickly turn into a dangerous situation for both citizens and law enforcement officers when subjects resist arrest and when uninvolved persons interfere. What do you think should have been done with the trooper? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and do not forget to watch the next one right here.
No, sir, I have a baby in the car.
I understand.
I'm so sad. Like, I
understand where I came